welcome to the SABC, and just let us in really on this triple BEE policy. Where are we? You're a numbers man. Are we seeing industrialists really emerging here, or there's an opportunity to reflect?
No, thank you very much for inviting me to discuss this very important matter. The changes in South Africa in the main were aimed at making life for blacks more generally better. In some aspects, lives have been better in sanitation, water, electricity, and so on. But when the foundations are cracky and are not solid, you will see reversals, and we see a lot of reversals on the earlier gains that we saw, because they were not underpinned by a participatory economic model which allowed blacks to participate. Blacks still remain marginalized to this day. In the skilled level, at the age of 15 to 34, which I have to talk to, 15 to 25, blacks contributed about 9% as a percentage of their own population. They also, 25 to 34 contributed 14%, 17%. In 1994, they are back at 14%. So there hasn't been progress in those lower ages. At the upper ages up to 64, the increase has not been more than 5 percentage points from about 20% growth. So they are 25 to 30%. On the other hand, there are white counterparts who were already advantaged at 40% at 64 and above. They are now 63%, the same for Indians. So blacks have actually gotten the short end of the stick. They have regressed since 1994. And it's important to make this point, that the increases have been absolutely so marginal that they don't have an impact. And therefore, a reset is necessary. Even if it were, the question is, how will it be led? It can be chaotically led, or it can be led sensibly. And for sensible reset, policies matter. And how you build policies, like what the minister was talking about in terms of a Mercedes car. The design of that car was not dreamt up the next morning. Our policies are intentions most of the time. I call them exhortations. From 1994 to now, we have about 12 things, including the Economic Recovery and Reconstruction Plan and the DDM. Over the 28 years, 10 policies. Every 3 years, a Christmas toy for the nation. That's what those policies are. They have not been tested for robustness of what the outcomes will be. And a reset has to have a policy analysis and policy impact well before the policies are implemented. For instance, the policies we have at the moment, when we test them for robustness, by their own admission, the Treasury says to us as a nation, by 2026, that is 4 years from now, unemployment will have increased from its current 34% to 38%. That's using the official rate. Expanded rate will be in the 60s. Growth will be less than 1.6%. That's what they've modeled. And they know that. Now the question is, are there alternatives that the country can adopt rather than what Treasury is providing us with? This is in the report of the minister's budget speech, which was capturing the essence of what the president was saying. The president was saying, we'll do the following and the following and try and create jobs. The Treasury, which then provides the fiscus for this, says, by the way, Mr. President, we are going to be worse off by 2026 than we are now. So the question is, are those policies the right policies? They are not, because they are a conglomeration of averaging out intentions. You need to crystallize policies so that you know which policies will deliver what value to you. We've got modeling capability that suggests, using the same models, we actually come to that conclusion of a Gwara situation. Using a different set of policies, we see that South Africa can be in a better space. But those are the policies that South Africa is not taking into account. Yet those policies can be modeled for a better future. And that's what South Africans should engage in terms of how the policies are designed. and the policies, moving them from being intentions and being intentional about those policies. For most of the time, we have left policies to be intentions and not being intentional about them. Intentionality is about working on the policies and ensuring that they deliver the future you wish for.